Hi everyone, blessings to all of you on this Tuesday. Last week I had the opportunity to spend a retreat-like day with my community members through the ECHO program that I'm a part of. And so we spent a day at the beach it was a little drizzly, but it was very relaxing. We just spent a lot of time in reflection and conversation and prayer. And so I've had a lot of these things on my mind, and I wanted to share a little bit of that with you this week. So the theme of this retreat was, "Where art thou?" And it started with a reflection on Genesis chapter 3, verses 8 through 10, which depicts Adam and Eve's hiding from God in the garden, and God's subsequent questioning, saying, "Where are you?" And this questioning by God is not accusatory, rather it is an invitation for us to look deeply into our hearts and identify the ways that, like Adam and Eve, we may have been hiding from God, naked and ashamed. In calling us out of hiding with the question, "Where are you?" God isn't calling us to all become one homogeneous blend of kind of robot humans who all think and act and feel in the same way, but instead He's actually calling us to become more fully alive, to become more fully ourselves, more fully the creature that God created us to be from the very beginning. And so we also read this piece called "The Way of Man" from an author, Martin Buber, who through his study of Hasidic Judaism has really provided reflections on that experience of becoming more of the person that we were created to be. So he says, "Every person born into this world represents something new, something that never existed before, something original and unique. It is the duty of every person in Israel to know and consider that he is unique in this world in his particular character, and that there has never been anyone like him in the world. For if there had been someone like him, there would have been no need for him to be in the world. Every single man is a new thing in the world and is called upon to fulfill his particularity in this world." A question that I find myself constantly searching for the answer to is, what is my purpose here? What am I being called to do? Who is God calling me to become? And the long and slow, yet also very beautiful process of discernment can often be really frustrating to me, because I would much rather simply know exactly what it is that I'm supposed to be doing in this life, and so that I could go out and start doing it. Along with that, I often find myself kind of comparing my life to the lives of the people around me, and that adds additional questioning, like, is that the kind of work that I should be doing? Or is that what my relationship should look like? Or maybe even, is that how I should be prioritizing more of my free time? But these really aren't the questions that God is asking of us. They're questions that we're kind of creating for ourselves. Every day, God isn't calling me to become exactly like that really great sports star, or exactly like that Nobel Peace Prize winner, or even exactly like that friend that seems to always have their life put together. None of those things. Instead, God is calling me every single day to become more and more myself, to become more and more the Allie that He created me to be from the very beginning. A few weeks ago in a reflection video where I was talking about the body of Christ, I mentioned the analogy of a stained glass window. In this analogy, we can think of God's final grand design as the stained glass window. And as part of that design, we are each unique shape and color of glass tile that makes up the final image. And we all are not the same. So we can't all be blue square tiles, because what kind of masterpiece would that create in the end? And so instead of always trying to become exactly the same color and shape as that piece of glass next to us, or the same exact person as the person next to us, rather we should be focused on becoming more and more exactly who we were created to be from the beginning. So allowing ourselves to be formed into that exact and unique shape and color of glass that God had in mind for us from the very beginning. Now, this certainly doesn't give us the quick and easy answer to that question of, what is my purpose here? What am I called to do? Who is God calling me to become? But it does really help us to reorient our thinking and reflect on the ways that we each have this individual uniqueness, this gift from God. And we can focus on how we can daily and prayerfully discern how that uniqueness is being called to build up God's kingdom here on earth. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you all have a lovely week, and I'll look forward to talking with you again next Tuesday.